Hello everyone. This is lesson 2 of vectors. In this lesson, we're going to investigate how to describe movements and combinations of different vectors in algebraic format. Here are the answers to last lesson. I'm very pleased to say most of you managed to complete the first part of the task involving adding or subtracting column vectors. Identification of parallel vectors was some of them found it harder, and I have given feedback on the stream as well as individually. Please ensure you provide the working out when you're calculating the magnitude of the vector using Pythagoras theorem. Here is the 5 for 5 starter. Please press pause and attempt the question on a piece of paper or an exercise book. Once completed, press play to check your answers. Here are the answers. Before we start the lesson, just a quick description on vectors. Vectors have both magnitude, which is size, and direction. The most common notation for vectors are threefold. These are the three ways the vectors could be actually denoted. Notice the end points are always given in capital letters A, B, and the direction left to right, which is equal to A, or A with a dash underneath to mention that's a vector. Vector can be represented as straight lines, and that's the direction clearly given, and the length is the magnitude. It can be given as column vectors, which we learned last lesson, 3, 1, which is 3 right and 1 up. Notice that's the resultant vector. The resultant is a single vector which is equivalent to a set of vectors. For example, we have two vectors here, vector A and vector B. The result would be C, that's the starting point of A, and that's the finishing point of B. And C can be written as A plus B. So the resultant vector C is A plus B. Notice they go exactly in the same direction. Vectors with the same magnitude are equal to each other. And notice here, opposite vectors that have same magnitude and opposite direction. A to B has a magnitude A, and B to A is minus A. If different size vectors have the same direction, that is scalar multiples of each other, they are still parallel because they're going exactly in the same direction. M, N, in this case, M could be 2 lots of N or possibly 3 lots of N. Hence, we've written M is equal to Kn. Let's look at some real-life examples of vectors. Helicopter needs to land at point C. So helicopter is currently at point A. It can't go directly because of the cliff. It must first ascend to 2,000 meters. That's vector A. So A to B, notice that's capital A and capital B as they are labels of those endpoints. And vector is given as in lowercase, which is small a. B to C would be B. Hence, A to C would be A plus B. What if it's in reverse direction, which is C to A? Notice it goes opposite direction, which is minus B. and opposite to direction to A, which is minus A. So that's minus B minus A. Let's look at our first task. Notice A to B is given by vector A. B to C is vector B, and C to D is vector C. First question, what is vector B to A? Notice that's opposite direction, hence it's given as minus A. Now C to B, again it's opposite direction of B, which would be minus B. BC, you would have worked out that's opposite direction to C vector, which is minus C. Now let's see how we can calculate A to C. A to C would be A to B plus B to C, which would be A plus B. Finally, A to D would be A to B plus B to C plus C to D, which would be A plus B plus C. Using the examples provided, please attempt these questions. Press pause now. Let's go through the answers. Notice D to A would be D to C plus C to B plus B to A. They're all opposite to the given vectors, which is minus A plus minus B minus C. B to F would be minus A, and A to F is parallel and equal to C to D. So A to F is C vector C. A to F is parallel as noted, and parallel to C to D, hence they would be equal to each other, which is vector C. So the answers. Let's look at one final example. OPQ is a triangle. A is the midpoint of OP, B is the midpoint of OQ, and N is the midpoint of PQ. Rewrite the following vectors in terms of A and B. A to P would be vector A because it's a midpoint and we know O to A is vector A. A to B would be minus A because we are going direction A to O, which is opposite direction of A, which is minus A plus B. O to Q would be B plus another B because B is the midpoint of OQ, which gives you 2B. Press pause and attempt the rest of the question on a piece of paper or a new exercise book. Once completed, I can check the answer. Remember, the root is the most important one, and using the root, you can work out the directions and the vectors. Press pause now. Here are the answers for the rest of the questions. Now you need to open the worksheet. It says Vectors 2 worksheet. Answer the questions by on clicking your pointer next to the equal to and type in your answer with your working out. Once completed, attach your completed worksheet to the Google assignment. Good luck.